There's a common theme among a large amount of people in developed nations of attributing value to and spending time on the superficial. In alarming number, we care more about the drama of celebrities, political and otherwise, and the latest trends than we do the tax habits of the world's largest corporations or the plights of those in distant nations. Plights often brought about as a result of our excessive consumerism, in tandem with our out-of-sight, out-of-mind approach to the suffering of other nations, and where and how the products we consume are produced. It is much easier to indulge in surface-level vanity, in the little games of image and popularity, than it is to invest mind into understanding the larger context of things. So easy, in fact, that many forego the latter entirely, especially when glorifying the inane and obsessing over fame and appearance, as opposed to seeking depth of any kind, is so fervently promoted by both those around you as you develop, and by those who deliver to you your media. The intentionally engineered monotony of life in the system we've created for ourselves leaves most people too drained, stressed, or otherwise fatigued by the end of the typical workday to pay any serious thought to questioning their overall understanding of reality, or the consequences of their way of life. And our systems of education seek to make trivial the pursuit of further understanding, and to make boring the awe of reality, to alarming degrees of success, leaving most of the population blind to the fundamental functions and processes of reality. And with this, over time, in a twisted way, the phrase, "I know nothing about science," becomes a proud statement. As in stating such, one satisfies the tribe mentality that has developed around making intelligence taboo. Without a significant portion of those minds fortunate enough to have been born with reliable access to such luxuries as food, clean water, basic education, and life-saving technologies, actively focusing their thoughts towards grasping reality, and away from the endless pit that is vanity culture, there will never be any large-scale implementations of solutions to the problems of poverty and needless death and pain so many face in this uncaring universe. The world will not improve via the will of some force beyond us. What we buy, watch, read, and consume shapes the world we live in. More often than not in ways not immediately apparent, but every sale or click or minute of watch time cumulatively shapes what the stores and sites that distribute them become, as well as what you yourself become. Your actions and choices on the level of consumption and entertainment shape what kind of person you develop to be, as well as the culture at large. To challenge a value you hold, or to rethink a belief, or to learn a new topic thoroughly, you first need to reflect on that core drive of curiosity that is innate within us all. But you also need to resist deeming important that which you do not actually value. These surface-level ideas, sold to you as important, beautiful, or as things to be idolized for the sake of fitting into an unthinking culture of vanity. A culture, I might add, that only exists because our base psychological concepts of beauty have been hijacked by centuries and countless millions invested into increasingly successful advertising. Advertising that seeks to define what beauty is in a way that generation by generation shapes society to the end that these cultures will predictably and reliably spend billions annually to fit the mold presented. Value is found within the irreplaceable, within the awe of complexity and the joy of appreciation of a moment. Mind that wherever you derive your subjective values in life from, that they are your values, reasonably concluded upon, honestly held, not simply things you've come to value by means of exposure over time.